Hi everybody, it's Diana. Today I'm going to show you a really cute card using a couple new stamp sets. The greeting I grabbed out of Bunch of Blossoms because I just love the font of it, and it had some smaller greetings. And the main image we're going to use is from Falling Flowers, which is another really cute one, and it has a framelit to go with it as well. But I love the boldness of it, and you know me, I like to color. So this was a definite that I had to have it when I saw it in the catalog. So those are the two sets that we're going to be using today. And I have a couple different versions of the card to show you. But what I'm going to show you using today is just a regular, very vanilla cardstock is what I'm using. And I'm going to be stamping with the Archival ink pad. So I already did the flourish design, and now I want to use the flower, and I'm just going to ink that up. And I'm going to turn this around so I can see better, and I'm going to scoot down just a little bit so I can see the side of my stamp so that I know I've got my flower where I want it. And there's my flower. And then I love grabbing the photopolymer ones with the greetings because I don't have to line it up. So I can see right through the stamp, and then that's where my greeting is. So super cute, super easy. So let that dry for a second. I'm going to scoot this one over just in case it's not all the way dry. It's a little muggy here today. Sometimes it takes a little longer if the humidity is higher. So how to color is what I always start out with. Is I like to put a little bit of a shadow before I color the whole image. So I'm just going to use some Sahara sand, and I'm going to use my aqua painter. And then since this is just the very vanilla cardstock, you can't mess around with your aqua painter too much. You just want to make some quick strokes so you don't rip the paper or make it pile up or whatever with too much water. But I just want to add a little bit of shadow here and there with my Sahara sand. And you can go all around the image if you're not for sure where you want your shadows. It's really no big deal if they're not perfect. It's all for fun. But what this does is, to me, it makes the image pop off the paper before you even start to color. So it's kind of hard to see on there, but there is like a shadow line around different parts of the stamp. And then you'll also see I have like some corner rounds, and I left one so I could show you what I use. I am so bad. I use my envelope punch board is what I use to make my corner rounds. It's just so much easier. So all I do is I slide it in the top here, punch, and I have my corner already done. I don't have to mess with it. It just always gives me that perfect corner round. So that's what I use that for. I'm trying to think if I've ever made an envelope out of that, and to be honest, I don't think I have. But I use that corner round all the time. Okay, so now that I have my Sahara sand, I'm going to start coloring my flowers in. And what I'm going to do today, simple, is just our regular Stampin' Write marker. And I've picked a soft sky marker. I always grab the softer color ones. It just makes it a lot easier. If you pick too dark a color, you have a mess, basically, because it's too dark. And I'm not being perfect. I am just using strokes of color, and I'm leaving some white areas. So I did that center, and now I'm going to do the same thing again. Now this one will be a little slower so I don't go out of the lines, but I'm doing the same thing. I'm not trying to be perfect because I'm going to go back with the marker and add some darker spots. So I'm just going to do some lines very quick. And most everybody has the Stampin' Write markers, so it makes it a lot easier. So see, just those strokes. So now you have your flower. Now what I like to do is now I'm going to go back with the same marker, and I'm going to do strokes again from the center and pull out. But I'm not going all the way to the end. And what that does is it's giving me a darker look on the inside. So by using the lighter colors, you're able to do that. If you were doing dark, it would just keep getting darker and darker, and you would have just, it would just not be good. So always choose your lighter colors. And I'm using the Moroccan DSP with this, and even though Soft Sky, I believe, is not one of the ones that it shows, I'm looking at my book. Soft Sky is not. Dapper Denim is actually one of the blues. But this looks really good with that paper, so it worked out to my advantage. So I'm just going to keep adding that. Now when you go all the way around, if you want even darker, so if I want darker, now this time, instead of the broad strokes, now if I want to go darker, now I'm going to go like dot, 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 like little dots. So in the center, I'm just going to start doing little dots. So what that does is it makes you not have those lines, and it lets you get really dark in there without an obvious line. So just keep doing dot, 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 till you get it as dark as you want. And you can keep going back and back all you want. So Soft Sky is what I used for the flower, the petals. And I could keep going, but I want to get this finished in my time allotment. Okay, so now I have Daffodil for the center. And then what I did was I grabbed Crushed Curry, because they're both lightish enough, and then the Crushed Curry gives you that look of a darker daffodil. So the same thing, I'm just tap, tap, tapping in the center. So see, my flower is looking so pretty, and you can keep going and keep going. And then let me show you the finished card. So see, here's the finished card, and this uses that Moroccan. So like I said, this Pool Party is not listed as a color that goes with it, but I think it looks beautiful with it. So that's what I used. And then I also used Wild Wasabi and Pear Pizzazz were some of the markers that I used for the leaves. So that, you know, and you could, I love to sit in color. This is one of the stamp sets that I would be stamping a whole bunch of them, and then I just would sit in color, and then I would just put those pieces away for later. It's great therapy, really, if you're stressed or tensed, even at work. If you have a job at work and you're answering the phones, if your boss doesn't mind, you could sit in color at your desk. Now this one is using watercolor paper. So I colored with the Aqua Painter, but this time I used the colors that come with the paper. So since they're very dark, I used my Aqua Painter, and I just used the ink refill, and I just colored, and then this is the emerald. And if you'll see the little sparkles on here, I'm not really a gold fan, but I love the new metallic. These are the metallic enamel shapes, and the gold just pops that yellow that's in the center of the flower. So I used just a couple of the small little gold ones, just popped it around, and it made just a little bit of sparkle, and not a whole lot of weight for when you're mailing the card. So hopefully you learned a little bit, you know, me and my coloring, and hopefully you'll get this stamp set out and play with it and come up with some different color combinations. But so hopefully you'll have a good day, and if you need to find me, here is where I am, and let me know what else you'd like to see. I'm going to try to do more videos, and I will do my best to give you what you want to see. So I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.